What's up, people? How's it going, friends, enemies, frenemies, and the like? How you doing? Welcome back to a very short stream. I don't know what I'll be doing, but my phone battery is kind of dead, and I got a lot of stuff to do. I gotta prepare for a trip far away from home that I gotta do. Yeah, I got my Jamaica shirt on. I got my hair did. You guys like it? Really thick locks going. I know you guys love it. You guys are jealous. I know. Sup, Deb? How you doing? Welcome. We got some friends. We got some enemies in here. Welcome, everybody. I like Kimberlina. How's it going? All right. So, I sent my letter, my first one, a couple weeks ago in May. The lawyer didn't respond, or I thought he did, but it seems there's a problem with my current PO box. I sent another letter today and to tell him to give me the original letter he sent that I didn't receive. But there was some sort of error along the way. So what's gonna happen is that he replied to my second letter. I sent it a week ago, so that was like the second. Today's the ninth, right? He got it on the third. I thought it might take a couple days, maybe a week, maybe two, maybe three, because we got a pending postal strike here in Canada again in the past couple of months we've had, well, we had a strike a couple months ago. Thought it was over. It really puts a wrench in my gears, because then I gotta travel really far for like my Amazon returns, because like literally half my household shopping is through Amazon, because I don't gotta go out and get like little things that I might need, because it's just so much. Like, people don't understand, like, when you're in charge of like a house, it's a lot of work. So he says in the letter, as you see there, he's responding to my second letter on June the 2nd. He received it on the 3rd. He is not representing Budabich, and if he's not representing Budabich, that is by definition fraud. That is misrepresentation, and that actually is a crime. So the reason I sent the letter is that I need to document as much as possible that he has said that he's not representing this individual. This individual is not his client. I need the originals of what he sent so that I can have it, because we're going to have to take this another way. I'm still going to bring it into court. I'll put it on record, or have it on record, that, I've said this like literally a million times, that he'll have to tell the judge that he really isn't representing this person. This person has committed fraud against them, and we'll go from there. Probably with the police, and probably at least two different jurisdictions. Well, I'm hoping. This is what I'm hoping, because I don't think it would be proper for somebody to get away with fraud when they're doing shit like that. Well, they effed around, and they found out, is what all I'm gonna say. Anyways, there's a lot of bullshit happening in girl world as usual. I see a lot of shit going down. Jessica Miska has been taunting me. Does she really have 30,000 US dollars to give your boy Monty? Because I'm preparing for the copyright claims board. Because the thing is, if I have an original song, it's a hell of a lot different than me critiquing something, because a song has a melody and other elements that, even if you sample, or do anything with a melody, or the lyrics, it's still a copyright claim, because what you're doing is what's considered quote unquote sampling. So you can chop and screw it, you can slow it down, you can speed it up. It's still my intellectual property, in the sense that um the the tempo and everything else, the lyrics, even if you change them around or do whatever, people need to understand this. And this is what people cannot understand. You can't just do whatever you're doing with somebody's work, especially if that work is for sale. That's the big no no. If my work, if the intention Okay, if my work is for sale or the intention was to have it for sale, you owe me a lot of money. You do. Because you can get yourself into a messy, messy, Jessica, Messica bullshit. You can screw around with people, but in the courts, it's a pretty solid case. You've used my song several times. I got the documentation. I still have the emails. You then knew and understood that you cannot use my song because it is copyrighted. And you blatantly flaunted and skirted such copyright, even up to a couple days ago, which I'm going to put in the report and the case, which is a very aggravating factor when you know what you're doing is breaking a copyright and you're still doing it. You're basically flaunting that you don't want to follow the rule of law because we have a rule of law. It's having to do with copyright. So we shall see what happens. I'm preparing my documentation and we're going to get that with the Copyright Claims Board. Okay. Did you get the screenshot I sent about the Messicas Donahue addresses owned by Norwich Housing Authorities? That's another thing, because I've been telling people are playing checkers. I'm playing chess. Shit, I'm not even playing chess anymore. I'm playing Go. So the purpose is multiple folds, because if you're giving me a fake address, what is your out for that? Are you going to say that, oh, that address is old? Well, you just literally gave me that address. When is today's Monday? What, like Sunday? Like what are you going to say when you're in front of the board? Like, you've just literally given me an address not even 2 days ago. And if it's not the right one, then what is your remedy in front of people that know the law and know copyright? Like, it's an old address. You can't say that because you literally just give it to me 2 days ago. Like, I don't understand what goes through people's head when they do these things. Like, and it is, to me, it's so foolish and stupidity. I really just don't understand it. It's like, use your head. Like, this is not a game. It's like people think it's a game until they get sued. People think it's a game until they lose in court. Until they lose $30,000 in court. Like, yikes, man. I'm just saying. Okay, sure. That's welfare housing, FY. Nothing against it, but she's right in the system. Yeah. I mean, what can I say about that? Uh, Considering that we've known that she did get a quite a stipend from where did she get it from? Somebody passed and she got some sort of like windfall. Even if it's like 10 or $15,000, that's a lot of money. At 10 grand or $15,000 can go a long way. Like, don't spend it on bullshit, wasted on cars that you smashed up, that your baby daddy talked about, saying you smashed up, and all sorts of like stupid shitty stories, getting drunk. I see too much wastefulness these days where people do that stuff. You give me $10, $15,000, I'm gonna double it. Okay, I'm not gonna be spending it on alcohol or doing whatever. Did I ever tell you that story about this person I know? Aboriginal person. Well, I shouldn't say I know. I'm acquainted with, because when I say I know a person, it's like in a friendly manner, and I wouldn't wanna befriend somebody that would do something stupid, as in getting like 15 or $20,000 every single year and have nothing to show for it. You're practically getting like a free $1,000+ every month, because you get it in a lump sum once a year, like 15K. That is that is a lot of money. And I'm just saying that if you have nothing to show for it, it's just really, really, really foolish to not have anything to show for it. Because for me, if I was getting like 15 or 20K a year, I'd be like, okay, bank, hold on to this 15 or 20K a year. You know it's coming in, and that's going to pay for my mortgage every single year. I'd be rolling with it. If I had free education, are you living in your car now, darling? Of course, sweetheart. I live in my car when it's in motion, when it's getting me from point A to point B is when I live in it. When I'm not living in it is when it's not getting me from point A to point B. Oh, okay. But yeah. What can I say? What can I say? Oh boy. Okay. So a lot of craziness is happening in the girls' worlds. In the girls' worlds. I also consider it's her mom getting Section 8 housing, which Messica isn't entitled to her benefits. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's most likely the mom stuff. But hey, man, there's always something happening here. I wonder why I keep seeing Roman El Roman doing stuff, but he's not back in Girl World. I guess he doesn't want to come back. What's up, AK? How's it going? What's up? So I'm going to the copyright claims board. I have a very solid case. I would call it a slam dunk, especially if you're infringing on my copyright of my music, of which was my intent to sell. So you have hindered my profits in a very considerable way. So therefore, I would think even 30,000 US dollars is not a substantial amount for the flaunting of the law and for your serious infringement of my copyright. But we shall see how they rule this in the upcoming court case. Like I said, I will be filing. I mean, there's some blatantness with people who think they can skirt the law, even though they get into trouble, they get into shit, they get into all types of problems. But yet, like, why would you do this? Like, better your life, not screw it up even more. I don't get this. I don't get why people listen to these individuals that ain't going nowhere, don't have nothing, ain't got shit to do, not even putting themselves in school. Do you know how much like programs there are out there where you could, school in, you can rent, you know, uh, you can get a book from the library for, a short amount of time. You can read. Do you know how much books I've been buying lately to improve myself? Because the crazy thing about life is the more that you know, the more you don't know much. You guys ever had that where I would say I know a considerable amount of things in, one niche, maybe two niches, but the more I know, the more like I know there's such a wealth of knowledge out there that I I know I don't know shit because there's so much that other people might know. There's so much that somebody else might know that I just don't know about. So, Monty's going down in a knowledge rabbit hole. Well, I'm trying to better myself in like stocks and trading and whatnot. Like from my trading strategy that I have, it's pretty profitable. But I kind of haven't done trading in the sense of like stocks and bonds and whatnot in years, because back in the day it was like the whole crypto craze thing. Bitcoin was, big. Litecoin was, the second biggest coin out there, and there was so much happening that I kind of went down that rabbit hole. And I've seen people lose a lot. I've seen people gain a lot. I've seen people, have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account. Then when the next day, uh, they're just like broke because just one big oopsie. But what I've learned from other people is how to like gauge coins and what coins will be winners. I need a coin, like a middling coin would be great, like a coin on the verge of having a lot of liquidity, because there's a certain way to choose your coins. You got to look at the numbers. It's a numbers game. And plus, speculation is king, right? In any game, stocks, bonds, crypto, speculation is king. Because if somebody says something and then people roll with it, and the coin starts to pump. Maybe it was just started by speculation. Maybe that person who says something just didn't know anything at all. And that happens a lot. Actually, that's how Martin Shkreli used to do his thing. That's how he became a multimillionaire. I actually watch Martin Shkreli, Farmer Bro, the guy who what did he do again? Did he 100 times like a certain medicine from like $7 or something to like 700, and then he got pinched by the feds and he had to spend some time in jail. Like, yeah, he has a YouTube channel and I watch him, but the way how he got his money is like a lot of people are saying he used to have different sack accounts and going to different like Reddit's like Wall Street bets and stuff like that and just say like crazy shit, and sometimes it would pick up and people would roll with it, and then something would pump, and then he would take advantage on the opposite side, right? Because if people are pumping a coin and you're dumping on them, I mean, people make money like that. I think it's wrong. There's tons of other ways to make legitimate crypto money, but pump and dumps are happening a lot. Like I see that a lot, and I'm not sure if it's true, but a lot of this one person. Well, I shouldn't say one person. A few people have been saying how Skrelly used to do that strategy, which by the way is illegal. You can't do that. You can't go into Reddit's or Discord servers or Telegram groups to tell people bullshit, and then on the flip side, you're profiting. So I know horrible PG isn't the best at following the rules. What are you talking about, Eggy? About following the rules? So much politics in academia. There is a lot of politics in academia. That's like a whole nother conversation in terms of like how academia has its own pitfalls. Like any industry has its pitfalls that you got to watch out for, especially if you're the new person around. So crackers, you got crackers. Hey, I gotta tell you guys, I got some Japanese blood grass from my garden, but they'll proliferate and they can over proliferate to the point where they'll literally squeeze the life out of other plants. So I'm not really sure if I should plant them in my garden because I want like a good spread. Unless I try and control them, but they actually proliferate by the roots as well, which I can't control because obviously the roots are underground. Well, in a sense, I can't really control the roots, but then that's just way too tiresome. So I think what I might do is maybe I do a controlled spread of the Japanese bloodgrass. But then I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't. But man, I got them and it's like they're expensive. Like for like a couple blades of that grass, like three, four, five blades, you're spending like $10 to $15. So for me to get them and not do anything with them, I'm gonna think. I gotta find a plant that's pretty strong, and will fight back. Maybe those Asian lilies are actually pretty good that way. Yeah, the Asian lilies are pretty good in terms of like they proliferate really well themselves. So we'll see. Plant and get a koi pond. I wish. Remember, I'm in Canada. I actually did see a koi pond. Is I went to didn't I tell you forgot my birthday? I went to the Mandarin that is in Burlington, Ontario, of all places. That's the place like 3 weeks before that Hells Angels leader of Hells Angels Niagara Falls got shot and killed, payback type of thing. I couldn't remember that that was the one because what was happening was that I was actually supposed to go to Niagara Falls. OMG. No, okay, I thought that was her. I thought that was Lola. I'm like, you little rascal. Because I was watching this one black cat go across the street, and I'm like, if that's my daughter, she's in serious trouble because I'm keeping an eye on every cat in this neighborhood. And I always know where my daughter is. And yeah, a lot of times she's out, and I'm like, I see her crossing the street, and I'm like, please don't let a car come by because I'm always so worried whenever I see cars and cats because most people are really, really nice and really good animal lovers, but it only takes one person just one jackass to try and do something. And I wouldn't want that for my daughter. I thought that was her, but no, it's not. It's actually a coon mixed cat. It's not too big, but definitely a coon mix. Super cute. Really nice cat. But yeah. What was I going on? Yeah, I went to Mandarin, and I was supposed to go to Niagara Falls Mandarin, but I went to Mandarin in Burlington, and it was the one that like that 81 leader got shot. You know, speaking of the 81s, who knows who Nakati is? Did you guys know? I never knew who Nakati was until like a week ago. Now he's like all over the place. I'm like, so this is the leader of the 81s, like this Turkish guy called Nakati. And like the way how he dresses up in like fine not even fine linens, like fine silks, like driving Rolls Royces and everything. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. See that? See that? How did I never hear about this guy? Because I watched like a few biker channels, of course, you know. Holy shit! I need to put it on my schedule. Friday the 13th is next week Friday. Somebody remind me. I need to go to the biggest biker gathering in Canada every Friday the 13th. It's next Friday in, of course, you know where, Port Dover. So I'm going back to Port Dover. It's hot as hell. It's going to be June the 13th. The last one I think was like maybe December or something. December, January. I think it was December. Because I remember it was in the last year. I remember the last one I went to was September. So September the 13th, it was still really warm and 100K people were there, mostly bikers. Now, this Friday is really warm again, so you know at least 100,000 people are going to be there, maybe even more because it's almost summertime. We're like less than 2 weeks away from the solstice, right? So pretty much maybe 150, maybe 200,000 people. It's practically summertime. A lot of people are on vacation. They're gonna be oot and a boot. Okay. So we're gonna go to Port Dover. I'm gonna live stream, but I'm probably gonna like make a video of it because a lot of people are watching my Port Dover stuff. It would be kind of cool if I have like a Port Dover Friday the 13th channel where we go to Port Dover every Friday the 13th and like check out all the biker stuff. That would be kind of cool, right? Anyways, yeah. What do you Eggy, you need to come to Port Dover with me every Friday the 13th. And then I'm gonna be like no, I shouldn't say that. That's kind of rude. I was gonna make a very inappropriate, rude joke about Eggy. But never mind. Yeah, biker stuff. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Of course it's gonna be biker stuff. What else would it be? The last one was pretty cool. You have to ride Monty's hog, Eggy. Yes, ride my hog. Hey, whatever happened to that guy with his little nipple ring in his nose? He was supposed to put me on Saturday, and then he never showed up. That little punk. He better not be coming back in my streams. He better know better. Anyways, yeah, I gotta go away again for some business this week, and then after that my whole contract is done, so then I'm gonna have a little bit more time. I'm actually still really busy. I'm freaking exhausted right now, even though you can't tell. I'm kind of keeping the energy up. I'm gonna go to my bed really soon, but I have like a 5,000 word assignment I gotta do tonight. It's actually due tomorrow night, but I do these things ahead of time and I keep proofreading it, going over it over and over and over again so that it's fine and it's good and dandy. That's what I keep doing. So that's what I'm going to do. Monty, why are you always in the middle of all this drama on all this shit? I don't know. What kind of drama and shit am I in this time? If it's, I know all about exhaust. Yeah, it's like, it's really exhausting, especially when there is shit that you keep hearing in like girl world. And I'm like, please, there's so much things I gotta do. It's not like I live with my mom and my mom pays all the bills or not, because Team Jessica miss, because mom probably doesn't pay shit. She's in Section 8 housing. But other individuals have to pay bills and mortgage and, their water bill, their hydro, their gas, their taxes. You have no idea what the lawyers. The lawyers thing. You lost the plot. Okay, maybe I'll give you a too long didn't read. So okay. So what's happened with this lawyer thing? So the lawyer thing is because Budabich decided to send a fraudulent counter notification stating a lawyer's name, first name, last name, and actual address of a real lawyer. The lawyer's contacted. Lawyer has said two times that I know of. One in writing to me, and one in by email to uh, Bali, that he's not representing Budabich. Now, if you're saying a lawyer is representing you and that lawyer is saying he's not, then I mean that's fraud. So I will continue with the whole copyright suit, and then go on record to have justice be served. So I'm not really sure how the judge is going to go about this, but I'm pretty sure they would find it a very serious thing to say a lawyer is representing you and then you don't have permission or authority to use the lawyer's credentials, but you are doing it. It's fraud. I mean, I would take it super seriously. I mean, it's against the law. So, yeah, of course, you should take it super seriously. So, we shall see. What does that mean to YouTube that fraudulent lawyer info was submitted? Well, that should be the end of your channel, to be honest with you. There's rules and regulations. Well, all I got to do is this. I think once it's in front of the cops, I'm gonna submit the court record, the transcript of the court record to YouTube Legal. We're gonna submit like the cop stuff to YouTube Legal, and they're gonna handle it that way. So we shall see. All right, and we're gonna go from there. Other than that, people, man, I told you day one. Yeah, she's very untrustworthy. There's a lot of other things. There's a lot of other things too that I won't talk about now until I get my FOIA request. I call it FOIA, even though there's really no like FOIA in Canada. It's called something else. But I've done a FOIA request, and I'm hoping that I get that soon. But I don't know how long it's gonna take. And then we're going to go through this FOIA request with a fine tooth comb, because there's a lot of other really, really messed up things that have been happening that you just don't know about. And I think I need to talk about it, because I think it's just really messed up that people are doing this and are skirting the law, flaunting that they can do whatever when you really can't, because certain things shouldn't be done, and certain things, when you're colluding to do something to somebody, is actually against the law. So there is gonna have to be investigations about this, and those investigations hopefully will come with charges. Let's just put it that way. What am I FOIAing? I'm FOIAing certain things that I've learned about in the past month or so. Once I get all the information is when I'll tell you guys, and then we'll have a conversation about it, of what to do versus what not to do, and how to not like mess with people and lie and try and use the law a certain way, because it's just really messed up. But hey, that is another story. But all I gotta say is, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of lawyering happening. Shout outs to AK, by the way. AK, you're gonna win your case, of course. The whole like pause thing happening with Chantal, I don't even know what to make of that. I mean, stuff happens, right? So I haven't done a video on Chantal in a long time. I don't even know if she's in Cornwall. I'm sure there are people that live in Cornwall. Cornwall is not a huge place, but it's not small. the likelihood of a person from Girl World actually living in Cornwall and maybe spotting Chantal if she is there is actually pretty high. So I don't know what to tell you or make of that, but we shall see. Hey, sir, you thought Girl World actually cared about animals? Yeah, there's a lot of people that say a lot of things, but we shall see. Other than that, I'll keep you guys updated on the reply from this lawyer again. So hopefully we get a proper reply, and then I can sort out this paperwork for the suit in terms of copyright. And then I got another copyright suit with the copyright uh, board that I'm gonna follow up with. So where there is a lot of things I gotta do on top of, making a home for myself and whatnot. So I got to keep on top of things, and that's why I got to make the short, because I also got to clean my floor. I got to mop my floor. I got to sweep and mop my floor, and then I got to still do these 6 questions. That's thousands of words. So I'll keep people updated, and we'll talk more. But cheers. I'll probably be back Thursday, if not Friday. I'll see how I feel, because once again, I'm really exhausted, but I'm here. And I'll see you guys around. Take care.